Excuse my voice. I've got drainage going on. But have you ever thought of doing? I've got somebody keeps calling over top of me here. Have you ever thought about doing an outreach or a community project? And the water bottle project is ideal for that. Soup mugs can be one, but with water bottles being on sale 5 for 15, that's probably the best price point I've seen in 7.5 years. So you can take how I started this is back when COVID hit. A lot of the schools would not use their water fountains because of germs and etc. And I'm not sure a lot of them are still doing it, and they want the kids to bring in their own water bottles, and that's another expense on the parent. So at $15 for five of them, that's basically $5, or I'm sorry, $3 a water bottle. That's um, including your profit. So you can do this project. I don't do it and make profit because that's my way of giving back. So I have politicians, women's groups, civic groups, churches to sponsor a classroom. So let's say there's 25 students in a classroom. So if there are five water bottles for 15, and I need five times that amount, so 15, five times five is 25 to get that, then the $15 times five is $75, right? So just price that. If you're wanting to make the profit, then leave it at the $15 and then add on shipping and tax. If you're not wanting to make the profit, if it's your way of giving back, then it would be 11 and a quarter, because your 25% profit would come off of that $15, and you would multiply the 11 and a quarter times five to get your 25 in the classroom. Now, some classes may only have 22, some may have 27, but 25 just seems to be a good number for around here. And I do several schools. You could choose to do like one classroom, start small, or you can choose to do a whole grade. For here, that's 200 students. That's, about 8 classes. I have done a whole school. You have to think big. I mean, you contact doctors' offices, and, if it's a political year, that really works. And then, the different churches, and you let them know, just want to let you know I'm doing this project and this is why. Because if everybody brought a water bottle to school, can you imagine the janitor's work of throwing away a plastic water bottle? And of course, that goes into the landfill, et cetera, et cetera. Also, I know my son's a teacher, and his big annoyance is they're bringing in the big metal containers to drink out of, and when they hit the floor, they make a terrible sound. So he really likes the water bottles that we have with Tupperware, and they're reusable. And so I know the kids around here love those. And when I've done a vendor event, they're like, "Hey, Mom, there's that lady that gave us the water bottle." So I'm the water bottle lady, I guess. Um, you can decide if you want to do profit or not. Either way, it's a win, because I set up a party. And as I'm ordering those water bottles, I become the hostess. So I get the free and the half off. So I'm still winning. Um, so that's one way of giving back, whether you're making profit or not. I've also done the soup mugs when COVID was going on. The nursing home employees, the assisted living facilities, believe you me, the ladies groups and the churches, politicians, they were really big on wanting to do that. And I think we did about 400 employees that got a microwavable Tupperware soup mug. And when my mom had to go to the rehab for about 5 weeks, they're like, "Hey, I've still got my soup mug." And that was like 5, 6 years ago. So that's a really neat project. And yes, it boosts your sales. And, I have done as much water bottles as several $1,000s uh, in one project, because I maybe did all of third grade, fourth grade, fifth grade, and all of first grade, and maybe kindergarten. And you're talking about 1,000 students. So, that's going to be about a $5,000 project. So you're also going to get the $50 bonuses at the 1,500 mark, and so on and so on. And of course, we all want to hit 4,000 a month, because that's when you jump to getting that 10% bonus on your own sales. If you don't know about that, ask your director. She can explain that. You definitely want to get in on the water bottle project or the soup mug project when they're at a low price. I bypass it when they're retail, because I don't want to turn off my sponsors. So think about doing that. The kids are getting something they can put in their backpack, and when they go off to the school bus or to an after school event, they stay hydrated. So that's a really cool project. Think about it. Thank you.